Hi everyone, I'm Zoe with True Crime Stories, Real Crime, Real People, and Real Horror. Tonight's episode's gonna be on something very interesting, guys. Let's get right into it. He called himself the Zodiac Killer, a name that would strike fear into the hearts of millions. He murdered without warning, taunted police, cryptic letters, and promised more deaths if his codes weren't published in the newspapers. To this day, his true identity remains of America's greatest unsolved mystery. This story of the Zodiac Killer, a man who turned murder into a message. The first killings began on December 20th, 1968. Two teenagers, Betty Lou Jensen and David Frede, were parked along a remote road near Valley Joe, California. A quiet spot for young couples. The night their date ended in horror. Both were shot and killed in what looked like a random attack. 7 months later, on July 4th, 1969, Darlene Ferrin and Michael Mageau were sitting in a parked car at Blue Rock Springs Park when another car pulled up. The driver shined a flashlight into their vehicle and opened fire. Darlene was killed instantly. Michael survived, wounded, but alive enough to describe his attacker. He said it was a man, possibly in his 20s to early 30s. Stocky with short brown hair and glasses, but the description was vague. Then came the letters. The letters began August 1969. 3 major Bay Area newspapers received nearly identical letters. Each one began the same chilling way. "This is the Zodiac speaker." Inside were details only the killer could know, along with strange symbols and coded message made of circles, crosses, and random letters. He demanded the newspapers print his ciphers on the front page, or he'd kill again. The cryptograms fascinated the nation. One of them was a 408 symbol code, was solved by a California school teacher and his wife. It read in part, "I like killing people because it's so much fun." There was no name, no clue to his identity, just disturbing. The Zodiac reign of fear over the next few years. The Zodiac claimed responsibility for 5 confirmed murders, and as many of the 37 possible victims, his attacks followed no clear pattern. Couples in cars, lone taxi drivers, even threatened toward school children. One of his most famous crimes occurred on October 11th, 1969. A San Francisco cab driver named Paul Stine picked up a fare in the city's theater district. When the cab stopped in an intersection, the passenger shot Stine in the head, stole his wallet and keys, and calmly walked away, wiping the cab with a rag as children watched from nearby house. Moments later, police officers passed a man walking away, but let him go, not realizing he was the killer. The codes, the calls, the fear, the Zodiac revealed in chaos he caused. He sent letters mocking police, bragging about his crimes, and threatening to shoot school buses full of children. He mailed bloody pieces of clothing as proof of his kills, and each time he signed off with his signature mark, a crosshair symbol like a rifle scope. At some point, he even called into live television show, The Jim Dunbar Show, claiming to be the Zodiac. A man's voice whispered, threatens, and strange confessions. Through police later determined the caller wasn't him. Still, fear rippled California. People avoided driving alone at night. Parents kept children home from school. The Zodiac seemed to be everywhere and nowhere. The suspect and theories over the years, hundreds of suspects have been investigated. One of the most famous was Arthur Lee Allen, a school teacher with history of disturbing behavior. He matched the Zodiac's physical description, owned a watch engraved with the Zodiac symbol, and had the mention wanting to put hunt for fun. But handwriting tests, fingerprints did not match. Other suspects came and went, including Ted Kaczynski, the Unabomber, and even the notorious Charles Manson, though no solid evidence ever tied any of them to the crimes. In 2020, a team of codebreakers finally solved Zodiac's long unsolved 340 cipher. The message read, "I hope you are having lots of fun trying to catch me. I am not afraid of the gas chamber, because it will send me to the paradise sooner." But even the code gave no hint to who he really was. The mystery of lives on more than 50 years later. The Zodiac case remains open. DNA testing has ruled out several suspects, but no match has ever been confirmed. His letters still baffle cryptologists, and his story continues to inspire movies, books, and countless online theories. Some believe he's dead, others think he's still alive and quietly blending into society, his secrets buried forever. The Zodiac once promised that his identity was hidden within his chip ciphers, and maybe it still is. The Zodiac killer may have vanished, but his words still echo in every corner of true crime. His history, he turned fear into fame and puzzles into power. In doing so, he even ensured one thing: he'll never truly be forgotten. This was the Zodiac's killer's message from the shadows. Join me next time as we uncover another story where the truth is far darker than fiction. Thanks for listening to True Crime Stories. Until next time, stay safe and stay curious. Good night, guys.